Hey everyone, welcome to West New York Brews. It is Thursday, September 21st. I'm recording at about 10 p.m. Do you remember the 21st night of September? Here we are. We're talking about what's going on this weekend in Buffalo Beer. So we're talking about what's going on tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, the weekend of September 22nd, 2023. So right now I'm flying solo. We're going to see if Brian jumps on, but my phone died and I haven't talked to him in about 40 minutes. So if he jumps on, that's awesome. If not, that's okay too. We're going to get this done. I want to let you know that we are a member of the Hopped Up Network. It is a podcast network of regional independent beer podcasts. You can find them at hoppedupnetwork.com and see all of the regional independent beer podcasts. There's some really good ones on there. There's a couple other ones from Buffalo. Check it out. Go search. Go find them. Thank you to people who have left reviews. Thank you to people who have let us know what beer that you are really enjoying. If you're not familiar, we have a second podcast too called The Best Beer That I Drank This Week. And you can call in and let us know. It's 716-486-BEER. 2337, I think is what that is. And let us know what you're drinking this week. In fact, what I'm drinking this week is Flare Hair from Froth. Flare Hair, don't care. Look at that can art. That is phenomenal. If you can't see it, go to YouTube and check out the replay of this. That is some phenomenal can art. Woo! All right. We're going to crack that. I'm going to pour that, and we are going to listen to the theme song. And I'll be back in just a second here. Dangerous, pouring it directly above my MacBook there. So here is, we're looped. Excuse me one second. I hate it when that happens. Here is Flare Hair from Froth in the West New York Beer Trail glass, or it's plastic, actually. I love this. This is my new favorite receptacle for beer. So we're talking about the Buffalo Beer Buzz, which you can always find at buffalobeerleague.com or Step Out Buffalo. So there's a bunch of things this week. I want to start with Steel Leaf extended the Moe's Pop-Up Tavern. Did you make it there? Did you check it out? They have extended it. If you haven't, the extended dates are Wednesday through Friday, September until the 23rd. Excuse me. So let's see. Today is the 21st. So tomorrow's the 22nd. 23rd should be Saturday. So Friday is 5 until 9. Saturday is 12 p.m. until 3 p.m. And then a special trivia and toasting Moe night on September 23rd. That's 4 p.m. until 9 p.m., which includes Simpsons trivia with prizes and the Electric Marge cocktail. It's a ticketed event. You can purchase the tickets online. You can go to galaxyburgerandbeyond.ticketsplice.com/Buffalo New York, NY. Ticket packages start at $39 and include food, all photo ops, and a non-alcoholic drink. Costumes are encouraged, or simply go to mospopup.com. So that has been extended. I hope you've made it out to that at Steel Leaf. Steel Leaf is in the Eastern Hills Mall in the old Dave & Buster's. It is West New York Beer Week currently. It returns September 23rd through the 30th. So as you're listening to this on Friday, it'll be the day before Beer Week, 23rd through the 30th. It'll feature a number of special beer releases, specials, and events. New releases from Pressure Drop, I'm a Local Grapefruit IPA, Big Ditch Beer Week Barley Wine, Windy Brew Krupnik Barrel Aged Blonde Stout, Rusty Nickel Apple Fritter Amber, and Spotted Octopus Jim Murphy's Wet Hopped Irish Red. I'm sorry, I almost didn't make it through that sentence. Here's why. Because every one of those beers had a bunch of words in them. And then I'm like, I'm thinking as I'm reading it, like, man, one of these is just gonna say like lager or IPA, but no, it did not. It ended with Spotted Octopus Jim Murphy's Wet Hopped Irish Red, the longest of the names. Um, it is wet hopped beer season, guys. Or have you had a wet hopped beer recently? So the wet hopped Irish Red from Spotted Octopus. The special events, there's a bunch of special events this week. You could check out WNYBeerWeek.com. But the special events include a Brewers Cornhole Tournament at the Ridge. That's West Seneca. Ask the Brewer Night at Brewed and Bottled on September 25th. A Q&A discussion featuring brewers and owners from Big Ditch, Hofbrauhaus, Pressure Drop, and Brewery and Planning, Hammer and Crown, and more. So find out all the information at WNYBeerWeek.com. So we're going to jump into the next thing, and I want to let you know that one of the ways you can support the podcast is by shopping on Amazon. You're probably doing that already, but if you would not mind going to buffalobeer.com/Amazon, it will take you directly to Amazon, but it will use our affiliate link so that anything you purchase will give us a little kickback. It's literally pennies on the dollar, and it doesn't cost you anything extra, but it helps fund the podcast. I think on a couple of episodes ago, or maybe last episode, I talked about how much we've made this year, and I'm willing to look this up again and let you know as we're talking right now. I think this year we've made in the vicinity of $22, and it costs more than that every month to run this podcast. But the podcast is a labor of love because we love beer and we love Buffalo beer. But it is very helpful to offset that just a little bit. So if you would not mind, next time you shop on Amazon, or for all your Christmas shopping this year, for any Christmas shopping on Amazon, go to buffalobeerleague.com/Amazon. Also, before I jump into the next thing, I want to let you know that the Beer Kind episode is live on our stream as well on West New York Brews, as well as on buffalobeerleague.com. If you go there, right on the front page, you're going to see the featured image of Beer Kind of Brian from the Buffalo Beer League, myself, Scott from West New York Brews, and then Jen and Alex Buckley from Beer Kind Brewing, a brewery in planning in Tonawanda. So go listen to that episode as well. It's on the feed, wherever you get your beer podcasts, and also at buffalobeerleague.com. And check out, you go to buffalobeerleague.com/beerkind, and it'll take you directly to their Indiegogo page. So I'm jumping into the next article here. The Community Beer Works Pig Roast Lorem Ipsum beer release. That's this Sunday, September 24th at 11 a.m. It's part of West New York Beer Week. CBW is going to release a new beer, Lorem Ipsum. It's an unfiltered all malt lager on September 24th at 1 p.m. The beer release will feature a full pig roast, and the brewery will also be showing the Bills game against the Commanders at 1 p.m. Lorem Ipsum will also be available on draft and in limited quantity, 4-pack, 16-ounce cans at the brewery. I would love to talk to them and find out why the name Lorem Ipsum. Lorem Ipsum, for people unaware, is a string. How do you want to say it? It's dummy text. It's just placeholder text to be placed in design projects or websites when you don't have any actual copy to add, but you want to still fill it in where copy would be. You use Lorem Ipsum. So I wonder if it's just because they didn't have a name for the beer, so they came up with Lorem Ipsum. I was doing some Wikipedia. I was checking out where the name Lorem Ipsum came from, and it is fake Latin, but it's based on real Latin, apparently. I'll let you go check out the Wikipedia page before that. So also this weekend, the 23rd and 24th, the 23rd is Saturday. Excuse me, it's Apple Lumpkin Festival weekend, by the way. People going out to Apple Lumpkin, cheers to you. I'll be there on Saturday with my family bluegrass band. It is just as nerdy as it sounds, and we're cool with that. We're playing at 12:30. It's the Panfills at 12:30 at the Apple Lumpkin stage. And then that night, I'm DJing a Taylor Swift night at O'Brien's West End Inn in the village of Hamburg. It's $10 to get in. I'm going to be playing Taylor Swift favorites. All Taylor's version as much as I can. Obviously, any Taylor version of a song will be a Taylor version. There's going to be a photo booth. There's going to be a costume contest. There's going to be friendship bracelets and karaoke. If you want to sing some Taylor Swift, come on down. But also this weekend, 23rd and 24th in Lewiston, is the Harvest and Hops Festival. It features an artisan farmers market and food vendors set up outside on 5th Street. The Tim Britt Band will perform at Brickyard from 1 to 4 on Saturday. Farmer Tom Walsh will perform both days, and Shenandoah Acres will have a petting zoo both days as well. So Brickyard is teamed up with Old First Ward Brewing, Wandering Gypsy Brewing, and Brewed and Bottled on Fall Morning Blonde Ale, a new beer which will be available at the festival and in different cask variations at each of the participating collaborators. Holy cow, I can read, but apparently I can't prove to you that I can. Okay, also going on this Saturday, it's a super busy weekend apparently. Oktoberfest. I'm going to say that again. Oktoberfest at One Eyed Cat Brewing. They're putting their own spin on Oktoberfest with the first annual Oktoberfest on September 23rd. I'm saying that Octo-Purr per fest in case you're not catching what I'm trying to do and failing miserably. Oktoberfest on September 23rd. It's at 2 p.m. It'll feature the release of 2 Oktoberfest beers, a Märzen and a Fest beer named Hans and Franz. They're here to pump you up. The former is a Märzen with sweet malt notes and a smooth, crisp finish, while the latter is a clean and balanced Fest beer with notes of doughy bread and sweet malt. A perfect fit animal rescue will be on hand with adoptable cats, basket raffles, and a 50-50 raffle. So if you don't go home with a 50-50 or a basket, you might go home with a cat. Pork Belly's Barbecue will have their full barbecue menu available, as well as some German specialties. And live music will be provided by Molly Conrad. The event is free. It's 2 p.m. Saturday. That's at One Eyed Cat Brewing. That's on Main Street in Williamsville. All right. Also on Saturday, do you have your calendar open? Are you adding these things? Because there's a bunch. Southern Tier Brewing Buffalo. So that's not the Lakewood location. That's the Buffalo location. Will celebrate all things Pumpkin at Pumpkin Fest at noon. The event will feature live music from Soul Committee from 1 to 4 and Iron Eyes from 6 to 9. Limited edition Pumpkin Fest merch with embroidered patches. Free Pumpkin character patches for the first 100 guests, by the way. Games such as mini sticks, football throw games, and more. And a special Pumpkin flight, which features 5-ounce pours of Pumpkin, Warlock, Caramel Pumpkin, and Harvest Autumn IPA, and a shot of Pumpkin whiskey for $20. All right, that's a really good deal. The first 100 guests to purchase a Caramel Pumpkin will also receive a limited edition tap sticker. The event is also free and open to the public. All right, we got a couple more things here. This is a very busy weekend, as I was saying. Excuse me. For people not watching, I'm drinking my Flare Hair from Froth, which is a blonde ale. It's only 4.4%. It's here, right there. It's a blonde ale. It is very hoppy. It's not bitter. It is just very hoppy. It's got a lemony citrus flavor to it here. It's not quite lemon. I just had the flavor in my head too. I'm going to think about it for a second as I read the next thing. Hold on. Oh, what is that flavor? It'll come to me. Oh, okay. Flavor memory hitting hard, but I can't place it yet. That's what's happening as you get older. I'm just turned 40 this year, and it's probably going to take me 7 or 8 minutes to just place where I'm looking for in my brain. All right, so Breyer Brothers Brewing has their Fall Fiasco event and a beer release. So Breyer Brothers are welcoming autumn with the Fall Fiasco. featuring live music from the Jugless Jug Band and the seasonal artisanal market on September 23rd at 1 p.m., same day as all the other stuff we're talking about today. The event will also serve as a backdrop for the release of Octobro Fest. So that's AUK, Oc, TO, toe, BRO, bro, Fest. Octobro Fest. And give me a second and you'll understand what's going on here. So it's Breyer Brothers. So that's the bro portion. And the Octobro Fest is a collaboration with Autark Brewhouse. So you got the aw. See it? Octobro Fest. The Märzen is bready and biscuity with a touch of sweet malt balanced by herbal malts and a crisp finish. They will also They will also debut a special edition 18-ounce beer stein that features the Breyer Brothers and Autark Oktoberfest logos. It will be available for purchase at both locations for $18, which includes a fill of Oktoberfest and can be brought to either location throughout the season for a refill in the larger mug. Doors open at noon. And I'm pretty sure you can see a picture of that stein at buffalobeerleague.com if you check out this week's Buffalo Beer Buzz. You know what? I'm going to share it for people who are watching live right now. I'm going to share here. Share. So there's a picture of the Oktoberfest beer stein right there. All right, going down to the 11th anniversary celebration week. It's a new date, and you know what? This date lines up with every other thing we're talking about this week, which is the 11th anniversary Mini Fest Blue Monk celebration at Kohl's. Remember the Blue Monk? If you're a craft drinker of a certain age, of course you do. On September 23rd, first of all, hold on, before I read this. Of course, right? We all remember the Blue Monk. I wish I could have the duck confit poutine fries right now. I'm also old enough to remember Merlin's. Are you old enough to remember Merlin's? Yeah. But man, Blue Monk was one of those places when I started getting into beer, craft beer. Blue Monk was one of those places where we used to love to go to. And I assume it's the same way for you too. So to celebrate that on September 23rd, as part of Buffalo Beer Geeks 11th anniversary celebration week, head down to Kohl's and share stories of your favorite times at the Monk. Beer Geeks co-founder Paul Marco, along with Blue Monk Kohl's owner Mike Schatzel, will curate a selection of hard-to-find beers, including De Rank XX Bitter, De la Seine Jamba de Boy. I am so sorry for my French pronunciation on that one. Dieu de Ciel. Oh, Pêche Mortel. Again, I need Paul Marco to just say these for me. All right. Ritter Guts Gose, Garden Path Fermentation, The Strong Fruit Ale, meads from Illumination Meadery, and beers from Three Sons, as well as other cellared bottles and surprises. If you can, please look past the terrible pronunciation of all the stuff I just did. And let's just focus on the fact that you're going to be in the hands of Paul Marco and Mike Schatzel. And you know that's a good position to be in. So that is on September 23rd as part of the Buffalo Beer Geeks 11th anniversary celebration week. Buffalo Beer Geeks, you know, near and dear to my heart here. Got my Buffalo Beer Geeks tattoo on the arm. I teach elementary school. You've heard me say that before. And just this week, again, somebody said, "What's that tattoo mean?" And my general answer is, it's science in nature. It's science. There's a beaker. There's water. It's nature. There's a pine cone. I don't say it's a hop cone. It's a pine cone and a tree. It's not grain. It's a tree. So yeah, that's the tattoo. You go to Buffalo Beer Geeks on Facebook and go check out the logo. So Windy Brew, this is the last thing on the list here. And holy cow, it was a lot this week. But the last thing on the the list here at buffalobeerleague.com if you go to the Buffalo Beer Buzz. If you go to buffalobeerbuzz.com, by the way, you can find all of the Buffalo Beer Buzzes, including this week's and all of the previous ones at buffalobeerleague.com. You can also find them at stepoutbuffalo.com. So, Windy Brew, Eli Fish are going to release a pair of collaborations. So, that's on September 22nd. That's Friday. That's probably today if you're listening to the recorded version. If you're live, it's going to be tomorrow. That's at 4 p.m. on Friday, September 22nd. Eli Fish Brewing and Windy Brew are teaming up to drop a pair of new barrel-aged beers. The first release is Cold Hearted Blonde, a coffee stout aged in a Buffalo Distilling Krupnik barrel. So notes of balanced honey and coffee with a smooth finish. If you're unfamiliar with Krupnik, it is a traditional Polish liquor, and it is made from honey. The second collab beer is Friends in Oak, a cream ale aged in a neutral wow. I'm gonna say this again. A cream ale aged in a neutral oak cask with bacteria for over 2 years. Wow. First of all, that sounds awesome, and what I was trying to say did not come out right. The beer, brewed and released in honor of Windy Brew opening their second location in Batavia, was aged on kiwi and orange. Both beers will be available at Eli Fish, as well as Windy Brew's location in Batavia and Strikersville. If you haven't been to either of those locations, you really should. They're great locations. Eli Fish is just a beautiful atmosphere, experience. Check it out. Great beer, beautiful experience, live music when you can get it. It's great. Windy Brew is a very small room, but it's also like right next door to a house, which I assume is the owner's. And how cool is it for them to just walk out and then go brew some beer and then go right back home or serve in the tap room? Windy Brew, we've gone out there a bunch of times with the homebrew club with the Das Haus Brewers, and it's a fun time every time, and they're super personable, happy to talk to you. Bill and Michelle out there, they are super happy to talk to you and let you know what's going on. We really like it out there. I've had a couple of their kegs in my kegerators. Now, that's about everything from the Buffalo Beer Buzz. I think, let me check to see if there's anything else going on at buffalobeerleague.com. All right. Besides the Beer Kind episode of West New York Brews is up on the feed. Also, the best thing I drank this week has just been updated, and the episode is about Breyer Brothers and Autark Dandy is out. So check that out too. There's also a full article about West New York Beer Week. There's a full article about the Moe's Pop-Up Tavern being extended. Full article about the Harvest and Hops. There's a full article about a Blood Brothers Resurgence collaboration. Excuse me. And let's see what else is going on. And there's articles on Thin Man's Pils Mafia and Oktoberfest. Cans available at Highmark Stadium. There's a full article about Mystic Hills Brewing. There's a full article about Buffalo Beer Geeks 11th anniversary. There's a bunch of stuff. And there's also a search bar. Just go to the search bar and type in whatever you like and see what comes up, because there are years and years, multiple articles per week on buffalobeerleague.com. If you have something you want to find out about, go there, type it in the search bar, and see what comes up, because there are literally hundreds and hundreds, possibly thousands of articles at buffalobeerleague.com. I'm going to say 99.99% of them written by Brian Campbell. So cheers to him. Here, cheers to him. Tomorrow night, Friday night, or tonight, depending on when you're listening, if you're looking for something to do in the brewery area that we haven't already mentioned, Scott Panfill, will be playing solo, just me and an acoustic guitar and a keyboard at Hamburg Brewing tomorrow, Friday, 22nd, from 7 to 9:30 p.m. Maybe I'll see you there. Otherwise, check out all of these places in the Buffalo Beer Buzz. Go to buffalobeerbuzz.com or go to buffalobeerleague.com and check out all the things that we talked about tonight. Hey, everyone, thank you for listening. It's really awesome that people do listen, and I hope you get out to as many of these uh, festivals and releases and uh, events and pop-ups and man, just all sorts of things happening this weekend. I hope you make it out to as many as you want to, as you can. Cheers. Have a great weekend. We're going to go out with the Rear View Ramblers up here with condolences. You can find them on Facebook a couple of weeks ago. Look out for them if you can. Otherwise, just go support some local live music. We'll talk to you next week.